again, bringing you another quick and easy craft project for home. And when I say easy, this one's actually really super easy. There's only a couple of things you're going to need to do it, but I am going to give you a couple of pre-warnings while giving you instructions how to make it. I am going to be teaching you this evening how to make a sun catcher. Now, a sun catcher is a semi-translucent object you hang outside, and it catches and reflects the sunlight, causing it to cause a cascading color effect, as you will. This one's super easy. The only thing you're going to need is some translucent plastic beads. I think they call them pony beads. I actually got mine in the translucent ones because I wanted them to convey the color more. And you're going to need a baking pan. I would not recommend using a pan you actually use for cooking. See, this one here I have for baking polymer clay projects. And I believe I either bought it from Walmart or Dollar Tree for $1 or possibly less. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cover the bottom of the pan with the beads. So we're just going to place them up. As for price wise, I spent about maybe $5.97 on this big one here. And I've already gotten one sun catcher out of it, and I'm about to get a second, and I probably have enough for either a third and maybe possibly a fourth. So what you're wanting to do here is to completely cover the bottom as so. Now, after that, you're going to need to set your oven to 400 degrees. I did not preheat my oven. I set it to 400 and I set the timer for 20 minutes. Now, here comes the warning. If you intend to do this in your house, you need to understand you're essentially melting plastic. And what comes with melting plastic is the smell. And I do mean a very horrendous smell. I had to open my back door to get the smell out of my house. So I would recommend doing this in a very ventilated area. If you can open your windows or door, yes. Honestly, in the future, if I intend to make another one of these, I'm probably going to wait until high summer and sit it out on the asphalt, and I think Mother Nature will do the job for me. But that is a pre-warning. As it stands, it's going to stink up your house, maybe even give you a headache. It's a great project. It's a very super easy project, but it does come with its downfalls. So, we're going to put our oven on 400 degrees, and we're going to put this in for 20 minutes. Give or take, depending on your oven's model and newness. I originally read about it. It was supposed to be 20 minutes. I believe I took mine out about after 12, and it worked fine for me. So I'm going to say 400 degrees for 12 to 20 minutes, depending. All it needs to do is everything needs to melt down into one solid sheet. That's what you're aiming for here. So you settle the time, just keep an eye on it, kind of like cooking a turkey. But until you feel like you've got the degree of meltedness. And after that, you're going to pull it out. You're going to need to let everything cool off. It's going to make creaking noises because this is cooling off. Everything's contracting. I gave it about a minute out of the oven, and then I flipped it out onto a cloth because the way it was creaking, I was afraid the pan was cooling and shrinking down around it. So that worked well for me. So that depends on your call. So after everything's been taken out of the oven, everything's cooled down, what you're going to have next is this. This is pretty neat. That's where all of these beads being melted down into made this. Now the great thing about this is you can do this with any shape. You can put it in a heart-shaped pan. You can lay these out on a baking sheet and use metal cookie cutters. Don't use plastic. Metal cookie cutters that you can place in the oven and put these shapes in, and every single one will come out just like these shapes. So I think that is pretty neat. And now to actually get the use out of it, you're going to need a tool to drill a hole through it. I have a handheld tool that I came with a resin jewelry set that I used. It gave me nothing but trouble. So I might suggest a power drill with a small drill bit. Be careful, this is plastic and I'm sure it is very easily breakable. So we're going to make a little hole up here, which I've already done. And after that, we're going to thread some material through, if you can see this. I am personally using fishing string. I didn't want anything big and bulky that was going to be sticking out in the way. We're going to thread this through the hole here. And what we're going to do is a simple looping through and pull maneuver here. If you've seen some of my previous videos with the plarn and the tutu, I use this a lot, so we're going to be looping and pulling it through here, just like so. And now it is ready to be hung up. You can place this outside on your porch so you can catch sunlight, or in my case, I have these cool little things here that come with a suction cup, so I'm actually going to stick this to my window, and I'm going to hook this on it so I can hang it from the inside, which is always a good idea if you're afraid something may happen to it, if the weather might get it. But you know, if you have adult supervision, this is a really good project for kids or adults yourself, but they're definitely going to have some more work, the oven. But this was really fun. I enjoyed it. I'm probably going to make more as soon as it's hot enough to make them. It's almost worth having to deal with the smell. But I really enjoyed this, and I enjoyed being able to bring you another craft. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I want all of you to stay safe out there, stay sane, and keep on crafting, and I will see you next week with another project. Until then, bye-bye.